Imagine a North America where the familiar borders dissolve, replaced by the vast expanse of Spanish dominion. This is not the world we know. Instead, it is a world where the Spanish Empire, against the tide of history, retains its grip on its North American territories. From the sun-drenched missions of California to the bustling port of New Orleans, the Spanish flag flies supreme. This alternate history invites us to explore a world reshaped by Spanish persistence, a world both familiar and strikingly different. Join us as we delve into this intriguing thought experiment, examining the political, economic, and cultural contours of a North America that might have been. This journey through an alternate past is not merely an academic exercise, it offers valuable insights into the forces that shaped our present. By understanding how different choices could have led to vastly different outcomes, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of history. Moreover, this exploration challenges us to confront our assumptions about national identity, cultural development, and the legacies of colonialism. So let us embark on this voyage of discovery, venturing into the heart of a North America forever altered by the enduring presence of Spain. To understand this alternate North America, we must first revisit the historical context of Spanish rule. From the 16th century onwards, Spanish conquistadors, driven by gold, glory, and the zeal to spread Christianity, carved out a vast empire in the Americas. This empire, stretching from California to Patagonia, was a complex tapestry of diverse cultures, languages, and economies. In North America, Spanish influence manifested in missions, presidios, and towns, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape and its people. However, the seeds of change were sown within this empire. By the late 18th and early 19th centuries, the Spanish Empire faced internal and external pressures. The Napoleonic Wars in Europe weakened Spain's hold on its colonies, while independence movements, inspired by Enlightenment ideals, gained momentum across the Americas. Mexico, the heart of Spain's North American empire, achieved independence in 1821. This pivotal event in our alternate timeline takes a different course. Imagine a scenario where Spain, through shrewd diplomacy, military reforms, or sheer luck, manages to retain control of Mexico. This single alteration sends ripples through history, fundamentally changing the destiny of North America. With Mexico remaining under Spanish control, the economic landscape of North America undergoes a dramatic transformation. Spain, eager to exploit the resources of its vast territories, implements mercantilist policies, tightly controlling trade and commerce. Spanish silver, mined in Mexico and Peru, continues to flow into the global economy, shaping international trade networks. The Spanish dollar, the world's first global currency, retains its dominance, influencing financial systems across continents. Agriculture, the backbone of the Spanish colonial economy, flourishes under continued Spanish rule. Vast ranches established in California, Texas, and other territories supply hides, tallow, and beef to a growing global market. Spanish landowners holding immense political and economic power shape the social order of this alternate North America. However, the reliance on a system of forced labor, exploiting both indigenous populations and African slaves, casts a long shadow over this economic prosperity. The tensions inherent in this system, combined with the growing resentment towards Spanish mercantilist policies, set the stage for future conflicts and social unrest. The cultural landscape of Spanish North America emerges as a complex interplay between indigenous traditions and Spanish influences. The Catholic Church, a powerful force in Spanish colonial life, plays a central role in this cultural exchange. Missions, established throughout the Spanish territories, serve as centers of religious conversion but also as hubs of cultural transmission. Indigenous languages and artistic traditions, while suppressed in some instances, also find expression within this new cultural framework, leading to the emergence of unique syncretic forms. Spanish language and culture, disseminated through missions, schools, and government institutions, become dominant in urban centers. A distinct Criollo culture, blending Spanish and indigenous elements, emerges among the descendants of Spanish colonists. However, this cultural fusion does not erase the deep-seated divisions within Spanish colonial society. Indigenous populations, while nominally under the protection of the Spanish crown, often face discrimination, exploitation, and the loss of their ancestral lands. This simmering discontent, fueled by cultural and economic grievances, contributes to a volatile social climate. Section 5. The seat of power, centralized governance and its implications. Centralized governance, a hallmark of the Spanish Empire, defines the political landscape of this alternate North America. The Spanish crown, ruling from afar, relies on a complex network of viceroys, governors, and other officials to administer its vast territories. This system, while efficient in theory, often proves cumbersome and susceptible to corruption in practice. The distance between rulers and ruled fosters resentment among colonists, who chafe under the weight of Spanish regulations and tax burdens. The Catholic Church, interwoven with the Spanish state, wields significant influence in both spiritual and secular matters. Missions, often established in remote regions, serve as outposts of Spanish authority, extending the reach of the crown far beyond its military and administrative centers. This close alliance between church and state, while providing stability and social order, also stifles dissent and limits individual liberties. The seeds of future conflicts, rooted in the desire for greater autonomy and self-determination, are sown during this period of centralized Spanish control. Section 6. The shadow of conflict, potential clashes with a rising United States. The continued presence of a powerful Spanish Empire in North America inevitably alters the course of U.S. expansion. The Louisiana Purchase, a defining moment in American history, never occurs. The young nation, hemmed in by Spanish territories to the west and south, faces a formidable geopolitical challenge. Tensions rise as American settlers, driven by manifest destiny, push westward, encroaching upon lands claimed by Spain. Border skirmishes fueled by land disputes, trade rivalries, and ideological differences erupt with increasing frequency. The simmering animosity between the two nations, amplified by competing visions for the future of North America, threatens to boil over into full-scale war. The outcome of such a conflict remains uncertain, but the possibility of a Spanish victory, or at least a stalemate, hangs heavy in the air, casting a shadow over the United States' aspirations for continental dominance. Section 7. The fabric of society, immigration, integration, and indigenous relations. The demographic landscape of Spanish North America is shaped by waves of immigration and complex patterns of racial and cultural integration. Spanish authorities, eager to populate their vast territories, encourage immigration from Spain and its other colonies. Basque settlers, renowned for their seafaring skills and entrepreneurial spirit, establish a strong presence in coastal regions. Irish and Italian immigrants seeking new opportunities contribute to the growing diversity of urban centers. However, this diverse influx of people does not necessarily translate into a harmonious melting pot. Spanish colonial society remains rigidly hierarchical, with peninsulares or Spanish-born individuals occupying the highest rungs of power. Criollos, while often resentful of their second-class status, benefit from their European heritage. Indigenous populations, subjected to forced labor and cultural assimilation, remain at the margins of this society. African slaves brought to work on plantations and in mines endure the brutal realities of chattel slavery. The legacy of Spanish colonialism, marked by both cultural exchange and systemic inequality, continues to shape the social fabric of this alternate North America. Section 8. A world transformed global impacts of a Spanish North America. The ripples of a persistent Spanish Empire in North America extend far beyond the continent itself. Europe, embroiled in its own power struggles, views the Spanish presence in the New World with a mixture of envy and apprehension. Great Britain, its colonial ambitions thwarted, seeks to undermine Spanish power through diplomacy and intrigue. France, eager to regain a foothold in North America, might forge alliances with indigenous groups or disaffected colonists, exploiting the cracks within the Spanish Empire. The balance of power on the world stage shifts dramatically. Spain, bolstered by the wealth and resources of its North American territories, remains a major player in global affairs. The Spanish language and culture, disseminated through trade and diplomacy, exert a greater influence on the world stage. However, this continued dominance comes at a cost. The struggle to maintain control over its vast empire drains Spanish resources, potentially hindering its ability to compete with other European powers in other theaters of global competition. Section 9. Modern Echoes. How this alternate history shapes our world today. In this alternate present, the legacy of Spanish colonialism looms large over North America. The United States, its westward expansion curtailed, might have developed into a more compact, regionally focused nation. The cultural landscape of the continent is dramatically different. Spanish rather than English might be the dominant language in vast swaths of North America. Architectural styles, culinary traditions, and religious practices reflect the enduring influence of Spanish colonialism. The relationship between the United States and its southern neighbors is also fundamentally altered. Instead of a history marked by conflict and mistrust, a more integrated, albeit potentially unequal relationship might have emerged. Economic ties, cultural exchanges, and perhaps even political unions could bind these nations together. However, the legacy of colonialism, with its inherent power imbalances and social injustices, would likely continue to cast a long shadow over these relationships. Section 10. Lessons Learned, Reflections on Empire, Identity, and Change. This thought experiment, exploring an alternate North America shaped by Spanish persistence, offers valuable lessons about the nature of empire, the fluidity of national identity, and the enduring power of cultural exchange. It reminds us that history is not a linear progression, but a complex tapestry woven from countless threads of chance, choice, and consequence. By imagining different paths, we gain a deeper appreciation for the contingencies that shaped our present. Moreover, this exploration challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths about the legacies of colonialism. The Spanish Empire, while leaving behind a rich cultural legacy, was also built upon systems of exploitation, oppression, and cultural assimilation. By examining these complexities, we gain a more nuanced understanding of the past and a greater awareness of the enduring challenges that continue to shape our world today. Section 11. Conclusion. A Continent Reimagined. As we conclude our journey through this alternate history, we are left with a profound sense of wonder and a renewed appreciation for the complexities of the past. The North America we have explored, shaped by the enduring presence of Spain, is a continent transformed. From its political boundaries to its cultural landscape, the echoes of Spanish colonialism resonate through every facet of life. While we can only speculate about the specific outcomes of this alternate timeline, one thing is certain: the world, and our understanding of it, is enriched by embracing the boundless possibilities of historical imagination. By daring to ask what if, we unlock new perspectives, challenge our assumptions, and gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate tapestry of human history. The exploration of alternate histories, while speculative, serves as a powerful reminder that the past is not a static monolith, but a dynamic force that continues to shape our present and influence our future.